This is Macey's dad, Milt Thompson.
The greatest dad in the world.
And this is the first that we're seeing of you with your daughter getting some alone time. It's been a lot going on.
Dad and I've had a lot of time together though, lately.
Mm-hmm. I thought it'd be cool for just to get the two of you together amidst all this circus stuff and just continue the bonding.
I'm very happy that he's here with me through this. Honestly, I didn't, takes, you need a lot of support to go through this, and, we've already discussed that I didn't have necessarily the best support on my other parental side, and I've had a lot of support from friends and family, and I know it's been kind of weird. I've had a lot of support from, Mark and Aunt Ethel and everybody, but my dad has been the one that has told me every day for the past, since I made this decision, that he believes that I'm making the right choices for my life. He trusts that I trust myself, and it's the best thing parents can do.
What's it been like for you, Dad?
Obviously, there's always apprehension when your only child is making decisions that impact or could have an adverse impact on her body. Those are natural apprehensions, I think, for somebody that you love unconditionally. At the same time, when she told me she was doing this out of love and not out of fear, and that she's prepared to make these decisions, I knew right away that it was a decision that needed to be supported, because I've always had thoughts that Macey was going to impact more than just a small group of people, that she would have significant impact on a lot of people, and this is her calling and a way to do that. I was going to be believe in her decisions to do that, and we're a faithful family anyway, so I knew that God's hands would guide the surgeons and protect them, and so far the results from the surgical team have borne all of those things out. It was the absolute perfect match, and both kidneys are functioning perfectly, as well as it could possibly have gone. On a scale of 10, I think he said something like a 12, I think the doctor said. So now the rest is up to the healing. We've had good counsel, we've had good friends, and as much support as we can have. I'm all about positive energy, and that's what I've tried to convey. Macey and I don't always agree on everything, but we agree on the basics. We agree on the basics about that you've got to pay it forward and you've got to give to others in order for you to be able to receive. Got to love yourself before you can love others, and Macey has grown and matured in that kind of way, in a significant way, that I not only am proud of her, I admire her. I want her to be all the things that she wants to be, and sometimes I don't think she even visions big enough, but that comes with time to know that your decisions are ones that are dependable and acceptable.
I've always admired my dad, so it's kind of weird when you say your parents admire you. I've had a lot of people tell me that. I admire you. What you've done is so incredible. It is, honestly, isn't it hard to receive awards sometimes?
Well, yeah, sometimes it's
the hardest thing for me, for people, when they say, wow, I'm proud of you. It is, honestly, that has been the hardest thing for me, to accept praise for this. When I feel like this is what I'm supposed to do.
In a lot of ways, Macey's like her dad that way. We've in lots of ways become public figures in some sort of way, and people say that they admire the things we do, and we
doing what we do.
We just do what we do, because that's what we do, and I can say that for sure, that Macey is following her heart and passion. That was the one concern I always had. I knew that she would be great, but I wanted to be sure that she did something great because she wanted to do something great, not because I wanted her to do something great, or her mother wanted her to do something great, or anyone else. when she finally got figured out that she could be passionate about something, I knew that she would do it with all of her spirit and all of her heart and soul. And she's done that and continues to do that. Is this the end of the story? I don't think so. This is just the first chapter. This child is special, is going to have a major impact on a lot of people in this world.
You mentioned to me that you often see signs of your father in Macey. Can you talk a little bit about that and how she reminds you of him?
Well, my dad was the ultimate entrepreneur in a time when it was difficult for people to defy authority and break loose from what was conventional, or to accept your lot and place in life because of what society suggested ought to be. He had a wanderlust and a determination and desire to break outside of the box and the mold and do things at a time when nobody else could do that. People always ask me, well, how do you do what you do? I said, well, that's the environment that I grew up in. I didn't know any other way. Just didn't know any other way. They said, well, what about the faith side? I said, well, that was my mom. So I'm a combination of those two environments. And I think Macey has observed that too. And she saw her dad doing all the things that he was involved in doing, and that it wasn't necessarily conventional. And she says, well, I don't know any differently either, so I'm going to strike out and go for it. So it's a generational thing, but it's also, I think, part hereditary. But there's clearly some self-determination and drive and motivation with that. Macey's got all of those attributes.
It's like people ask me all the time, how did you go to law school and start your fitness business and do modeling and change your body to do a competition and start your website? How did you do all that? And it's like one of those things. Honestly, it's like that's just, how can you not? Life's too short. How can you not do what you want to do?
So you two appear to be open books that really don't have an ending in sight.
No. I mean, I'm writing a book, and that's going to hopefully be ended in May. I'd like to see it get published by the end of next year, or at least begin. I've got a lot of projects on the table I'm not going to not do. I'm putting together a training DVD, strength training for women. I am looking to go into filming that in late spring, early summer next year, 2010. I'm at the point right now where if I want to do something, if I have a great idea that it's a part of me, I'm going to just do it. There's no more apprehension in my life of saying, oh, I'm too young, or oh, I need to wait, or oh, I can't do it right now. There's not time.
A lot of people suggest to me
do what I want to do.
A lot of people suggest to me that you've accomplished enough things that why don't you slow down and why don't you just cool it a little bit. And so why would I do that?
Yeah.
We're not at the end. I'm still as ambitious as I was at 25, 30 years later, and I've got more projects going on these days than I've probably ever had.
Yeah, I do have a feeling, and I don't know if my dad feels the same way. We're kind of intuitive people. We have some gifts, and they're very special. I have a feeling, my dad told me, he knew I was going to be his biggest client, but I have a feeling that my dad's, culmination of his career, would you say, is going to be something that me and him do together.
Oh, no, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I could not imagine there'd be a higher tribute to the things that we do.
Yeah, I think my dad and I are not just father and daughter anymore. I really think that number one, he's been one of my best friends, but I think that we've got some, business things to do that are going to help a lot of people. I don't think I could do it without him.
You could do it without me, but
I could. I don't want to.
It'd be a lot of fun doing it together.
Yeah.
You mentioned to me that you kind of tapped into a part of yourself that you hadn't before.